Hi everybody, it's David here. This is, you might notice the t-shirt I'm wearing. This is in honour of Big John at Red Dog Brewer. I know he's a big fan of Hobgoblin t-shirts and he told me where to get one from. Quite easy really, you just get them from the brewery website. But there you are, John, if you watch this, I hope you do. I've pulled my stomach in a bit, you'll have to forgive me. I have been trying to diet and I have lost a pound in weight. Unfortunately, I had a few beers last night and I put it back on. What we're going to do today, well, these two little hobgoblins have told me as it's Halloween and they're running about all over the place, I should drink one of these. Now, it's actually killed me to buy one because I don't buy commercial beer normally. But this is the commercial Hobgoblin. It's 5.2%. and it cost me £1.49 from Quality Save. But you can get them in any supermarket. So yeah, I'll be not sleeping for a few nights. £1.49 is a lot of money. But I'm going to test it against my clone. This is the first clone I've ever made of Hobgoblin. And this probably cost me about 50p. I did make them for my brother-in-law. I got 39 bottles, but he's got 36 and I've got the other 3. And it's only been bottled 2 weeks, so it might not quite be at its best. I haven't tried one. I don't know whether it's going to carbonate or not, so we'll open them both in front of you and you can make your own judgments. The only trouble with that, as I said, if I've said it, that's 5%. I think I had a original gravity of 1054 and it finished at 1016. Now I'd have liked it to finish at 1014 and it would have been bang on the numbers then, 5.2. But 5%'s near enough. Anyway, let's open the commercial one first. Here's to the little goblins. Bit of a hiss there. I'm not going to show you, Cap, because it's a common beer. I'm using the same glass for both. It's a ruby ale. I made it for brother-in-law because it's his favourite. And as I've said before, they do a lot for me, him and wife. So it's my little way of repaying them, making the beer the cider. Oh, a nice little head coming there. Better just slow down a bit. Yep. And will I get it all in? Will I get it all in? Come on. Come on. I don't like leaving any bottle. I probably will have to on other though. Oh, look at that. Now then, let's have a look at the colour. This is the proper one. Don't know whether you can see that. But it's clear. I look up at library, it's a lovely dark colour. Not smell it yet, not smell it yet. Now we'll do mine. Don't want to knock this one. Let me get this one by the... I put that glass by the bottle so we know which is which. This is mine. Now there was a bit of hiss and I can see a little bit of smoke, but it's gone. But there was a hiss, so I know it's carbonated, but how well I don't know. And not as much as the other bit, look of it. Come on, let's hope there's some carbonation there. Else I'm going to look a fool. Not as carbonated as the other. But it has carbonated. I'm watching it because I don't want to get any yeast in. Yeast come in, we're stopping there. Right, okay. There is carbonation and it's clear. Let's see if you can see that. Right, just remember if I forget and shout out. Right, mine's not as dark, is it? Mine's not as dark. I made this recipe up from a lot I'd seen, but not too far away. But definitely this one is slightly darker. Now I could remedy that easy enough. Better head on the commercial one, do you think? Let's have a sniff. This is the commercial one. I'll sniff mine. I haven't got much nose on them, to be honest. There's a bit of fruit there and a bit of malt. You know, they smell very, very similar. Very similar. I'm going to try the professional one, the commercial one first. A beautiful drink is that. If you've never tried it, buy one. But I would think most have. Do you know I get a taste of a bit of dandelion and burdock in that? Yeah, there's definitely fruit, some dandelion, some burdock. It's got a slight roasted flavour. Nice malt. Not heavy roast, just a nice roast. Goes down well, nice mouthfeel. But I get that dandelion and burdock fruitiness as it goes down. Remember dandelion and burdock pop when I was a kid? That's very nice. And that was the real one. Let's try mine now. See if I get the same. Well, there's carbonation there. Slightly different flavour. Not dissimilar, but not exactly the same. I get the malt, I get the same mouthfeel. I don't get that dandelion and burdock kick. This is richer and creamier. To be honest, I think this is better. But that's not too far behind. This is a slightly stronger, thicker beer. Now I know how to make this stronger. I'm not sure how to get that dandelion and burdock. But who's to say I've used the same hops, the same recipe? Because obviously I haven't. In fact, I ought to tell you the recipe. Somebody asked for it. That's thicker, creamier, different taste. It's a heavier mouthfeel. That's slightly lighter, not quite as malty. But I'll tell you this, I think that's a cracking beer, absolutely excellent beer, and I would make that again from the same recipe because, yeah, I wanted to get as near as possible, but I'm quite happy with the results of that. That might slightly be better because it's a bit stronger and heavier mouthfeel, but I don't, to be honest, if I hadn't tasted that, I would be going balmy over this beer. This is absolutely gorgeous. I ought to tell you the recipe. Better head on that, look, but that's got one, and it's got carbonation in it. But remember, that's only 2 weeks old. Give that another 3 or 4 weeks and it might change again. Let me just tell you the recipe, because it's not a secret. I've got it off the internet and made it up. I use 4.5 kilograms of Maris Otter, 380 grams of crystal. That was that crystal EBC 150, what I call standard crystal. I used 160 grams of chocolate malt. I used pale chocolate. Maybe I should have used dark chocolate. So that adds up to a total grain weight of 5.040 kilograms, or 5,040 grams. And the hops, which probably made mine slightly different to that, I put 14 grams of East Kent Goldings in at 60 minutes. It was a 60-minute boil. I also put 14 grams of Fuggles hops in at 60 minutes. Then with 15 minutes left, I put 16 grams of Cascade hops in. And also at 15 minutes, I put 40 grams. Well, it said Styrian Goldings, my recipe, but I had Bowbeck hops, which is a form of Styrian Goldings, so I put 40 grams in. So yeah, 14 and 14 at 60 minutes, East Kent Goldings Fuggles, 16 Cascade at 15 minutes, and 40 Bowbeck. I fined it, I put Liberty Bell yeast in, and as I say, I got dead on 5%. 10.54 down to 10.16. So if I'd have got to 10.14, yeah, I'd have been a bit happier. But I'd stick with that recipe again. I put a protoflock in at 10 minutes. Oh, I mashed in at 67 degrees for an hour, and then I did a 10-minute mash out at 75. So that was my recipe. So I've gone on enough. By me, I've gone on too much. So cheers, guys. From the Hobgoblin clone and the real Hobgoblin. All the best. Thanks for listening and watching. And don't forget, John, give me a wave if you see me wearing this. Bye for now, everybody.